So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ma'am Georgie. This is Brent Socelio, and I will be talking or discussing about the assessment in literature studies, mainly focusing on the summative assessments. So, let us first define what really is a summative assessment. Summative assessment evaluates student learning at the end of an instructional unit by comparing it against a standard or benchmark. So what's the difference between summative assessment and formative assessment? Summative assessment, while they assess the student's learning, it is done after the lesson, while the summative assessment done at the end of an instructional unit. So it is not only after the lesson but at the end of every instructional unit to assess the student's learning and comparing unit by comparing it against a standard or benchmark. And what really is the purpose of literature in summative assessment in literature studies? Firstly is to assess critical understanding of literary text. Second is to evaluate interpretive and analytical skills. Thirdly is to encourage meaningful engagement with literature. So let us tackle about the types of summative assessments. Actually, there are a lot of assessments that you can bring to the table, but these are only some, or we are only focusing our minds and our attention to these four types of summative assessment. First is the essays. Second is the creative responses. Third is literary projects. And lastly is the performance task. So let's dive deeper and tackle about essays or the literary essays. Literary essays is a structured, analytical writing focused on interpreting or analyzing themes, characters, styles, or contexts in a literary work. I know as an English major, we are we consider essays as our breakfast and lesson plan as our dinner. So it is not new to us. This is not new to the face of everybody because essays are all along during our high school or elementary years, if I think. And for the objectives, literary essays helps develop and demonstrate critical thinking, argumentation, and close reading skills. So it helps students to develop their critical thinking even more, and to narrow down their arguments and close reading skills. Second, now we will get to the example of essays, which to explore the role of guilt in Shakespeare's Macbeth. And what are the objectives upon writing essays? First is to analyze the psychological complexity of a character. Second is to use textual evidence to support arguments. And lastly is to develop coherent thesis and logical structure. So as you can notice that the objectives are aligning to the object to the meaning or the objectives of the essay, which the objective of the essay is to analyze or to help develop the critical thinking of the writer, is to again develop the argumentation, which to use sexual evidence to support their arguments in this example, and not actually that, but to also develop coherent thesis and logical structure. Now let's proceed with the creative responses, by which means student generated artistic interpretations of a literary text, showing understanding through imaginative formats. So these responses is a no limit responses, which you can use your creativity in all forms. You are free to use any responses depending on your styles or formats that you want to use or to achieve. For the objectives of this type is to allow personal and creative expression while demonstrating textual understanding. So again, no creative responses is a personal and creative expression, which we allow students to really encapsulate or kind of develop their activity in using this type, which the students are not op- um what do I mean? What do we say that? Suppressed or oppressed with their ideas when it comes to the responses they are to use or the formats they are to use. Now moving on with the examples, it is to write a diary entry from the perspective of Holden Caulfield, the Catcher in the Rye, after the novel ends. So you are to write a diary entry after reading this novel entitled The Character in the Rye of Holden Caulfield. So the objectives of these type, or the objective of these activity rather, is to infer character emotions and motivations, to extend narrative voice authentically, and deepen empathy and engagement. So proceeding with our third type is the literary projects. Literary projects extended assignments that may involve research, analysis, presentation, or synthesis of literary topics. So when we say about projects, it is not only limiting on the tangible material that we are to think if we will hear the word projects, but also it involves with the research, the analysis, the presentation, or the synthesis of our um, the literary topics that we read, especially of our passages. Like for the object, I will give example later after this slide. So let's proceed with the objectives of the literary projects. It is to integrate knowledge of literature with higher order skills like evaluation, creation, and synthesis. Now imagine that you are holding a student's, for example, college, as we are. It is it challenged our higher order or thinking order skills, higher thinking order skills, and making research, making analysis of our read na natong nabasa na mga literary devices or literary devices, I mean literary topics rather, na ato ang nabasa online or on the text. So example here is to create a thematic multimedia presentation comparing Vesponian elements in 1984 and The Handmaid's Tale. So you are tasked to create a thematic multimedia presentation. So it means that you are to research what really is the Vesponian elements in 1984 and The Handmaid's Tale, and you are to compare it using a thematic multimedia presentation. So that's it. So it really challenges or developed the higher order thinking skills of the students. Now for the objectives of this activity is to analyze and compare themes, to use multimedia tools for presentation, develop research and organization skills. First is to analyze and compare themes because in the example you are to create a thematic multimedia and compare these two, which it is to it broaden your analysis and comparison with these topics and for use multimedia tools for presentation. It deepen our skills in creativity using multimedia presentation, and you develop research and organization skills. And lastly, we are down to our last um, types of summative assessment, which is the performance task, interactive tasks like dramatic readings, role plays, or interpretative presentations based on literary text. I know that performance task is not new to us, especially that we have encountered it. If not all, most of us all encountered it in our junior high school days. Like Ibong Adarna, we are tasked to role play it, to um, give emphasis of the character's story or give emphasis on the story itself. We are to role play it, we are to characterize their character or even kanang copy their unsa imong nasabtan sa story. And that really is about performance task. Now, The objectives of these type is to bring literature to life, enhance oral communication, and embody character perspective. So it is to bring literature to life because as someone, there are someone are there are someone man God na they are not into readings and they do not actually appreciate what they read because they are more on to the presentations like this, like performance, like ayaw pa nila na appreciate ang things or ang story once ila nang nakita visually. Like na nakita nila kay nag-roleplay mo, nakita nila kay nag-present ninyo into interpretative. So, interpretative na presentation. So, they appreciated it rather than reading themselves and wala kayo nila na-appreciate. So, that's the time nga ma-appreciate nila more ang literature. Okay? It really enhance our oral communication when it comes, especially if mag-roleplay ta because it is not kanang magbasa lang ta because sometimes our teachers or our instructors task us to memorize or to kanang do impromptus if unsa imong nasabtan sa story as someone who are playing the role of that character, so you are to characterize that character in your own. So for the example, here is to perform a monologue as a character from the Crucible, explaining your motivations and decisions. When we say monologue, you are the one who will speak for that character. You do not have any partner or someone with you. It's just yourself alone. So it really enhances our oral communication skills, our characterization of the character itself. So for the objectives of this is to develop interpretive performance skills, showcase character analysis, communicate literary understanding through drama. So now let us compare the assessment types. So we have tackled four assessment types, which are the following: the essay, creative response, literary project, and performance task. So the essay mainly focuses more on the analysis, and the skills developed is critical thinking and writing because you cannot speak essays unless if it is speech. So second is the creative response, which the main focus is to interpret the literature. And the skills developed is the creativity and empathy. Third is the literary project which mainly focusing on the synthesis. And the skills developed is the research and presentation. How good you are at researching something, how good you are at presentation. And lastly is performance tasks, which you are to express the emotions being held in the literary text or literary piece. And the skills that you will develop is the communication and dramatic interpretation. So for the conclusion, summative assessment in literature go beyond tests and quizzes. So summative assessment not only focusing on the traditional assessments which we are to use our pen and paper, but rather it go beyond the bar. It go beyond the text and quizzes. It really emphasizes the students' critical thinking, their creativity, their research skills, and communication skills. They foster critical thinking, creativity, and deep engagement. And lastly is a balanced approach supports diverse learners and strength because as we all know, as teachers as we are, future teachers as we are holding or we are carrying a diverse kind of people, diverse kind of students. It if the student is good in visual, student is good in writing, but that doesn't mean that all of them are good in writing. So we must encapsulate assessments that could cater the diversity of our students, of our learners. So this summative assessments that I've tackled today may um, help you in your future, for your assessments or summative assessment that you can use in your future endeavors. So that would be all. I am Brent Cecilio. Good day and thank you very much.